I guess, immunizations or preventatives that we're also exposing our dogs to every day, which are technically, medicines that are supposed to protect them. But at the same time, there is a large growing body of opinions that overuse of these products can also cause immune dysregulation. So everything in moderation and using it for the goal in which it's intended for. And when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about specifically like vaccinations, preventatives, et cetera. Using those as in which they were intended in order to protect an animal in the best way possible, but avoiding the opportunity for it to cause harm in the long term.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. And with pet parents searching for more non-pharmaceutical options to deal with their allergies, is there anything that they can do, maybe if their dog's getting a rash due to allergies, what kind of things can they do to help their dog?
Yeah, sure, exactly. So when when we're dealing with flare-ups, again, there's so many components that could deal with that, and the first part again is always kind of problem solving to figure out what could have caused this flare-up. Is this something that could be just a food that they got exposed to and they're intolerant of it, and we just need to kind of detox them for a couple of days, or is this something where we're seeing a pattern over the course of months to years that this is the time of year where they have this environmental reaction, or there's other things that can cause it. But in general, when we are dealing with a pet and we do want to try as natural as possible, which again, like I said, I do think that that is a realistic goal for most pets, not all, but most, that we can control them, control their symptoms, as well as addressing the root cause holistically. That first off, again, like I said, I'm always going to come back to the idea that topical therapies is super important. So whether it's naked pet products or another product that you heavily research and you're looking at that label start to finish, both active and inactive ingredients, trying to detox the skin from the inflammation that's there at present, especially if it's a localized site. And then there are some supplements and nutraceuticals that I work with my pet parents as well that can help in the same manner that we use pharmaceuticals. So for example, there are natural antihistamine products that we'll use if we need. So a classic example is a quercetin supplement. Nettles is another one that some people like to use. I really love omegas and promoting a proper omega-3 to 6 ratio where, we're about that 4-to-1 ratio of 3 to 6. Again, omega-6s aren't all bad, but it's the ratio that's important for sure when it comes to this. So omegas are super important in that. And then, there's a couple of other products that I'll often rely on. So like CBD, for example, a full spectrum CBD product, and making sure, again, the sourcing is important with all of these. But if it's a full spectrum CBD product, it's another example that can work. So specifically in flare-ups, it's addressing the topical side and detoxing the skin at that site, as well as trying to promote a level of healing at that site. And then we do have some supplements that I'll often rely on that can help in the heavy majority of pets get through a flare-up like that.
Yeah. And in terms of topical products, you mentioned that the ingredients are really important. What kind of ingredients are we looking for?
Yeah, so there's really a bunch, honestly. When it came to when I was trying to formulate these with my partner who helped me do that, then nature has provided so many different options for that sense. So, each product that we made through Naked Pet has a different specific function. So it's really meant to be a regimen similar to like humans have hair and skincare regimens, right? Like I would say 9 out of 10 humans every single night before they go to bed, they have, a face washing regimen, right? Or, we have a shower regimen that we do our hair specifically, right? And, so the products are going to be, the ingredients are going to be the same pretty much as the human side with pets. And I find it very interesting that we a lot of times think that, pets and humans are completely different. And there are obviously some ingredients that, or specifically food ingredients that, maybe pets can't get and humans can ingest. But when it comes to topicals, it's really a very similar game. And I know that because actually the person who helped formulate Naked Pet for me, she formulated products for the human space for 30 plus years. And so the formulas that we use for Naked Pet are really about 80 to 90%, at least right now. Our first phase, we're going to have a second phase of products come out, but our first phase are about 80 to 90% the same formula that she's used in the human medicine space for decades. So if you look at our ingredients, again, if you go through it, you're going to see a lot of essential oils that are commonly discussed that have anti-inflammatory properties. There are a few that she's a very smart woman. So she has found several through, her training as well as her knowledge and her experience and studying over time that are a bit unique, which I do think that they do help substantially more than I think some of the common ones we talk about. But overall, the ingredients that we're seeing are